guys, so this is going to be a new video. It's not going to be a vlog or anything fitness related really, but this video is going to be all about what to expect going into basic training and then what happens in basic training. So for me, back in 2014 is when I went through basic training, and I left home on July 9th, 2014, so exactly 30 days after graduating high school. And when you leave, there's only two differences between active duty and then reserves and guards. So for active duty, you leave you get dropped off at MEPS rather, and that's where you leave from, and you'll fly to wherever you go into basic training. For me, being reserves, I just got to go to the airport. My family dropped me off at the airport, watched me leave, and off I went. So for me, and for most of you, what's going to happen is you're going to fly into whatever state that you are going to be having basic training in. You will conjugate all together with everyone else going to basic training at the same time as you in one area where they will specify in the hotel or in the airport for you to meet. Everybody will meet there. Someone will come and find you guys and bring you all to wherever it is that you need to go to get on the bus to get to whatever facility you were going to. So you're going to get in this bus. It's going to be for me in Georgia, it was about a 3-hour bus ride. And then when you get on the bus, they tell you to take this opportunity to sleep, even though you won't because your mind's going to be racing about what's about to come. They're going to tell you to take this opportunity to sleep. If you can, make a couple quick phone calls, tell everybody you've landed safely and blah blah, and then if you can sleep, take full advantage of it. So you're gonna get to wherever you are having basic training at. For me, it was Fort Benning, Georgia. You will get off the bus, you will get in lines, and you will be not so much yelled at, but I mean they will be yelling at you, but they're not gonna smoke you, right? Stuff like that. You haven't actually started basic training yet. So the first week is called 0 week. It's not actually basic training. It's all in processing. So you'll go, the first 72 hours you will get very little sleep, or at least from my experience, you get very little sleep. They'll put you to sleep for a couple hours and wake you up. They'll put you to sleep just long enough for you to fall asleep and then wake you up, just to really fuck with you. But they're not going to like physically exhaust you so much as like maybe mentally a little bit. So your first couple of days there, you're going to go get your uniforms. You're going to learn basic military bearings, military bearings and manners. Basic PT stuff, basic formation stuff. You're going to learn all that in the first 72 hours. Get all your uniforms, learn how the chow hall works, all this stuff. And then after that, you will finally end up leaving to your actual basic training area on base. Now, you're going to have to pack all your stuff into bags. You're going to have 2 duffel bags and a laundry bag, and you're going to pack all those full. If you can, the fewest amount of bags possible, the better time you're going to have. You probably won't be able to figure it out. But if you can figure out how to range your own stuff like that, that would really help you out and save space. So you're going to take all these bags, so you have a bag on your front, back, holding another bag, your laundry bag or whatnot. You'll get on another bus, takes you to where you're having your basic training at. That's where the shark attack happens. I don't know if you've heard about the shark attack, but the shark attack is where everybody, or all the drill sergeants, come, get on the bus, they scream at you to get off the bus, swearing at you, cussing at you. You know, usual stuff you could expect. You get off the bus, they're yelling at you. For me, I was running up a huge hill up to where my barracks bay was. They're yelling at you the whole way. You fall into formations based on pre-given directions that you have, and you go from there. The first 2 to 3 days of that isn't too bad either. They're not really smoking you or anything like that. They kind of get you settled in. It's very strict. They'll have you stand in formation forever, but it's not that bad. And honestly, basic training physically isn't very hard. I went in not in the best shape of my life, and I found it to be quite easy. So as long as you have some decent physical ability, that should be pretty easy. Mentally, it's probably going to be the worst part for most people. You're going to miss home a little bit if you've never been away. You're going to miss your girlfriends and that kind of thing. But you get over it. It's not a big deal, and when they're yelling at you, it's not personal. Don't take it personally. Don't be someone who gets so butthurt about these things and you start crying. It's not a big deal. Your first week there, your first 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, is called red phase. Now this is where you just learn the very basic soldier stuff. You do have a decent amount of classes, you basically have a lot of classes in that first 3 to 4 weeks. And you don't do a whole lot of fun stuff. It's more physical stuff. You do obstacle courses and stuff like that, which actually for me I found enjoyable. So that's called red phase. You don't have any rights, privileges, anything like that at all. You go to the chow hall and you get to eat what they tell you to eat, kind of deal. You don't get the treats and stuff like that, which you should never touch anyways, because you will hear it in time and time again. calories in, calories out. So if the drill sergeant sees you grab that muffin, you and everybody else is going to burn off that muffin. So don't be that guy. But anyways, so your next week is your next couple weeks after that are going to be white phase. Now white phase is where you start to do fun stuff, where you start to do some shooting. You use different variations of weapons, and it's much more enjoyable. You feel a little bit more like tactical, I guess, and it's a little bit stricter, but more lenient at the same time. The drill sergeants have kind of they dress like you, they get out in the field with you, they do the things with you. So it's not that you're still getting smoked, and if you mess up, you're getting smoked. And if you leave live ammo laying around anywhere, especially in the barracks bay, expect to be up for hours getting just smoked into the ground. But it's too easy. They give the answers to the test while taking the test. Honestly, one night for me of someone messing up, it was nighttime. I was sleeping, and I had my buddy next to me in the bunk next to me. He wore the wrong. So you're supposed to wear your PT uniform to bed. Well, he was wearing like winter clothes of some sort, like the waffle tops and stuff like that. Don't know why, because I was always hot, but he was wearing those. And the drill sergeant smoked me for his fuck up. So never be that guy that gets someone else fucked up because you fucked up. So anyways, you go through all that stuff, and it's not that bad. And now every night you have what's going to be called fire guard. Or CQ. So it's just like an hour, you have to be up, you watch the area, you do certain tasks and stuff like that throughout the night. It sucks, especially if you have the last one. It always sucks to get up an hour early. Or if you have the last two shifts are the worst, because you're either up an hour early before everyone else, you get up for an hour, and then you have like another hour to try and fall back asleep. Anyways, so once you get done with all that, during this time too, you'll get fitted for your dress blues and everything like that, which are probably going to end up being the wrong size when you get them, because you're going to continue to lose weight as you go through, especially if you're a larger body like I was. And then the last phase is blue phase, which now this is where graduation's coming around. You're taking all your final tests, passing everything, passing your final PT test and all this stuff. Maybe in the jail hall, maybe you can have a little bit of pudding or something like that. If you're a large body, don't do it. Or this is where people start to get recycled a lot too. If you're messing up or you get injuries and stuff like that. Honestly, if you get an injury and you can muscle through it, muscle through it. Don't go to sick call and just wuss out, because if you get recycled at like week 7, that's gonna suck and you're not gonna like it. But anyways, so that's kind of how that goes. And then your last week is pretty sweet. So the 10th week is pretty sweet. Your training's all done for the most part, unless you have to retest on something. You're getting your dress blues. You're kind of going over rehearsing your ceremonies for family day and graduation and stuff like that. So it's much more laid back. Now, if you mess up, you're still gonna get smoked, and you're gonna get smoked the whole time. And it's too easy, guys. It's too easy just to do the right things. And when you get smoked, just do them. Just deal with it. You know what I mean? Just make use of the time you have wisely, and don't do stupid stuff, because you're gonna get messed up for stupid stuff you didn't do. Anyway, so don't give them extra stuff to mess up on.
Stop looking at me! Where's your headgear? I don't know
I remember getting smoked because someone sneezed once after we were in formation for like 2 hours. Someone sneezed during formation, and we got like fucked up for like half an hour. But I mean, that's just what it is. Don't do silly stuff. If you do extra silly stuff, then you're gonna get smoked. So if you're gonna get smoked for sneezing, don't get smoked for doing something actually stupid. But anyways, that's enough on that. So that's just kind of a quick. I'll try to keep this video really short. This is kind of a quick overview of what basic training is like, or what the stages of basic training. And if you guys like this video, let me know, and I will make more videos like this. I'll go more in depth of each phase of basic training and how to prepare for basic training, and all that kind of stuff, and pros and cons and whatnot. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, guys, and I will see you in the next one.